European governments, including the European Union, its member states, Norway and Switzerland, provide an estimated 100 million euros to non-governmental NGOs active in the Arab-Israeli conflict under the banner of human rights. This is a very large budget, and in many funding frameworks, such as the European Instrument for Democracy and Human Rights, EIDHR, constitutes over one-half of the total annual allocation for human rights and related issues in the Middle East. It is the NGO equivalent of Article 7, which puts unfair and immoral bias on one country and neglects the very much-needed NGO attention on human rights to Syria, Egypt, Iran, and many other countries. These government allocations from the European Union to NGOs in the area of human rights and the highly disproportionate emphasis on the Arab-Israeli conflict are closely linked to and have a direct impact on the agendas of international institutions, including the UN Human Rights Council and the Office of Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, UN OCHA. Many of the grantees routinely violate the Raoul Wallenberg Institute of the International Bar Association guidelines on fact-finding for human rights NGOs. Furthermore, this government funding for human rights NGOs is, in most cases, including the European Union, generally not subject to detailed evaluation by the state institutions. The decision-making processes by which the NGO funding, both direct and indirect, is a highly, tightly kept secret, and freedom of information requests for protocols and evaluations have been repeatedly denied or answered with minimal cooperation. In contrast, independent analysis presents substantial evidence that many of the NGO grantees lack the competence or capacity to implement the human rights-related projects for which they are funded, and their activities are counterproductive in terms of the promotion of human rights principles. Unless and until European governments end the secrecy regarding funding to biased political NGOs and open up the process to professional independent evaluation, the damage to universal human rights frameworks will continue to grow.
I thank you, and I'll now give the floor to the International Commission of Jurists.